This is Danny Gaffone for ESBR Boxing in Liverpool for Diego Pacheco versus Jack Cullen. It's a pleasure to be joined by Matchroom's Frank Smith. Frank, not the main event we were expecting. Callum Smith obviously having the withdrawal with injury. We've been sort of not really had any details on the injury. Can you shed any light on it for us?
Look, he's had to pull out, unfortunately injured. There, there's certain reasons why boxers don't always want the full details of why their injury comes out for their future fights as well. So, he's got some things going on but he'll be back up and running soon, and the aim now is the Beterbiev fight towards later in the summer. Beterbiev's obviously got Ramadan, so he'll be back training sort of late April. So I think probably in towards the summertime you'll see that fight.
You mentioned the Beterbiev fight, absolute monster fight, huge opportunity for Callum Smith. We all hope it does materialise. Do you think if that fight wasn't waiting in the wings, he potentially could have pushed through Saturday night? It's just really not worth risking with the opportunity looming in the summer?
No, he didn't. He didn't pull out of the fight because of the Beterbiev fight. He couldn't have fought regardless of whether that option was there or not. So he didn't have a choice on that front. So it didn't make any difference basically.
New headliner, Diego Pacheco versus Jack Cullen. Two names a few months ago you definitely wouldn't have put together, but really makes for like an intriguing fight. Fans in the UK obviously know all about Jack Cullen, what he brings. For anyone over here who's not familiar with Diego Pacheco, this is like a blue chip prospect coming over the UK. Just tell the fans who maybe don't know as much about Diego what they can expect on Saturday night.
Huge knockout star, 22 years old. He's been with us since he was 17, had his pro debut, and we thought it was the right time to bring him to the UK. Jack Cullen, we all know what Jack Cullen's about. He's going to be in there for a great fight, and I think we're going to see a big performance though from Diego Pacheco come Saturday.
Frank, while we're here, I've got to ask you, CONOR, BENN, PIERS, Morgan, it's all the chat across social media. I think it's fair to say amongst most boxing fans and fighters it's not gone down particularly well. What did you make of it?
I saw to be honest, I've been travelling around a lot. I saw various segments of it. I think the most difficult thing is you got a kid whose life has been he's 25 years old. Anyone who goes through that kind of situation at 25 years old, you're not always going to deal with everything a way that suits everybody, is the reality. And I think you have to take that into account. You can't imagine the last 5 months this guy's been through, and the focus now is to get him back up and running and fighting. There's a lot that's gone on in the background, and people have snippets of details and don't have the full information. Essentially the people who are paid, the specialists within this field, to make judgments on these have cleared him. And it's like now everyone wants to review it themselves personally, every detail. But like I say, I'm not a specialist within this field. The key is for Conor BENN is to get him back active. He's a young fighter who we want to get moving.
Yeah, you mentioned getting Conor up and running again. There's been huge chat about the Manny Pacquiao fight. Just last one for me, they're getting started here. Is that what's next for Conor?
Maybe, amongst other fights. He wants the biggest possible opportunity, so we're going to try and push for that.
Frank Smith, thanks very much.
Cheers, mate.